now.
Okay.
Yes, but can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. And how's your day?
Yes. Normal.
Normal.
Yes.
What did you do?
Study. Play some Roblox.
Play some Roblox. You play Roblox with your friends?
Yeah. Online friend.
Online friends, so you haven't met them.
Yes, because they're other countries.
Other country, like what country?
Germany, England, America, and a lot of other country.
And they use English? I mean, they speak English?
Again, they still chat with English, but some other country will speak others.
Oh, they use their own language.
But they will know how to speak English a little.
A little. Oh, all right. All right. So have you eaten your dinner?
Not yet. How about you?
Not yet. Yes. All right. So what else did you do today?
Do some job that in my task.
Task? Like what task?
Just home. There's the work that I have to do in home.
Oh, like what your father wants you to do, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So here. Okay. So remember we talked about extreme sports, right?
Yes.
Yesterday night. All right. So now let's continue. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
All right. So here. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So which sport do you like to play or to do? Which
Soccer.
like extreme sports?
No, I don't know. How about
Like
flying?
racing, right? You said that you like racing.
No, that just um, that's just not kind of extreme sport by racing bike.
Hmm. So what's extreme sport do you like? I mean, you like to play.
Hmm. I think it's climbing.
What?
I think it's climbing.
Climbing. You mean
That's
hiking?
correct.
Hiking?
No, no, it's climbing. But
Climbing? Climbing what?
just mean that I will find a place, and my friends will find a place like me that they climb on the top of it.
Oh. So I want to try climbing.
No, I'm still climbing. I still climbing. I remember that the last time is 1 year ago.
Okay. Here. Wait for a moment. I will just search this. Right. All right. So here. Okay. So this one. All right. So are there any sports that you would never try?
Mm, I think it's car racing.
Car racing, but you said that you want to try racing, right?
No, just bicycle, not
Bicycle, a bicycle,
not the car.
not the car. Why?
That's too dangerous.
Dangerous. Which one? The car?
Yes, the car is still too dangerous.
But I think the hmm, I think the other one is the most dangerous, right?
I don't know.
Yes. Sorry. So now let's move. Oh, sorry. Let's move here. All right. So do you want me to to make it bigger?
Yes.
All right. So this one. Oh, so wait. Wait. Okay. So wait for a moment. Mm.
In summer of 19...
Okay. Wait.
Wait.
Wait. All right. So go.
In summer of 1993, Ron Smedel... Wait, how to read that name?
What?
How to read that name?
I would say Ron Simeo.
Ron Smedel, director of programming for the U.S. sport cable channel ESPN, came up with an idea for a new sport program. While he was watching television for one afternoon, Smile started to think about how much young people like to do extreme sports, like skateboarding, snowboarding, and being young people being bike riding. He thought of an event where people could watch athletes compete in this sport in a kind of extreme Olympics. It took some time to convince the management at ESPN that the idea showed promise, and then it took even longer to organize the
Say competition.
competition. Finally, in the summer of 1995, the first extreme games took place in Rhode Island in the United States. More than 350 athletes from around the world came to compete in such as bungee jumping, barefoot water skating, windsurfing, biking, skateboarding, and climbing. The competition were shown on ESPN and were a big hit, especially with those between 12 and 30 years old. The success of the first show resulted in the competition become an annual event the second year. ESPN renamed the competition the X Games. Organizers also announced that they would hold a Winter Games that year. In the Winter Games, athletes compete in BMX racing in snow, snowboarding, ice climbing, and various state competitions. The same year, two athletes were also asked to travel to Brazil and China to demonstrate the skills and skill of the Internet in X Games. In those countries, the demonstrating X Games show became known as X Trail. New athletes could compete in the X Trail, and if they did well, they were then allowed to compete in the X Games in addition to the X Games held in the United States each year. There are also Asian X Games, Latin X Games, and Junior X Games to encourage athletes to compete in extreme sports.
All right. Can I please say encourage?
Encourage.
All right. So very good. So I will read this again. In the summer of 1993, Ron Simeo, the director of programming for the U.S. sports cable channel, the ESPN, came up with an idea for a new sports program. While he was watching television one afternoon, Simeo started to think about how much young people like to do extreme sports like skateboarding, snowboarding, and young wait, and young people BMX bike riding. He thought of an event where people could watch athletes compete in this sport in a kind of extreme Olympics. All right, so this man, okay, wait, I will highlight it. Yeah, so these men create the competition. I mean, while he was watching a television, and he came up with an idea to make a competition so that young people can show their skills and talent with that sport, right? All right, so now this one. It took some of time to convince the management at ESPN that the idea showed promise, and then it took even longer to organize the competition. Finally, in the summer of 1995, the first Extreme Games took place in Rhode Island in the United States. More than 350 athletes from around the world came up to compete in events such as bungee jumping, barefoot water skiing, windsurfing, BMX riding, skateboarding, and climbing. The competition were shown on ESPN and were a big hit, especially with males between 12 and 30 years old. And success of the first show resulted in the competition becoming an annual event. The second year, ESPN renamed the competition the X Games, and after that, they renamed the game as X Games. Okay, so this one. The organizers also announced that they would hold a Winter X Games that year. In the Winter Games, athletes competed in BMX racing in snow, snowboarding, and ice climbing, and various ski competition. So they open this competition not just in summer. They also open this competition every winter. Yes, and that's when the same year, a few athletes were also asked to travel to Brazil and China to demonstrate their skill and stir up interest in the X Games in those countries. The touring X Games show became known as the X Trials. New athletes could compete in the X Trials, and if they did well, they were then allowed to compete in the X Games. So um, before they can compete in X Games, they need to fight to these games like this one, like X Trials. They called it X Trials.
Yes.
All right. Okay, wait. X Games. In addition to the X Gamers held in the United States each year, there are also the Asian X, Latin X Games, and the Junior X Games to encourage athletes to compete in extreme sports. So it's really hard to compete in this competition, right?
Right.
Yes, because you need to undergo some trials.
Yes.
Yes, and I think athletes must do training, a lot of training, right?
Right.
Yes. Okay. So now look, this one. Do you know this game?
Um, Skating.
What?
Um, I'm not sure about that.
It's skateboarding, I think.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Yes, it's skateboarding. Now let's move here. Oh, here. Let's match each word with the best meaning. So first is we have the word athlete.
Hmm. F.
Very good. It's F. And how about number two? What is
Hundred.
athletes?
I think it's A.
No.
Hmm. I don't know. How about Z?
Okay, so I will translate so that you have an idea how to answer it.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Here.
Yes, it's H.
What?
H.
Very good. And how about demonstrate?
Demonstrate. F.
No.
Maybe A.
Mm, demonstrate. For example, you are showing something to someone. Here.
Okay. Um. Wait. Hmm. I think it's A.
No, it's not A.
How about G?
What?
How about G? No.
G?
No.
G? No, it's not
Um.
letter G. Demonstrate this is how when you are showing something to someone, like how to do it.
D.
What?
D.
Oh, yes, very good. It's letter D. And how about encourage?
G.
Very good. And how about extreme? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't read it.
Extreme.
It's
What was it? E. No. No.
no.
I think it's now I'm not sure about this.
Extreme.
I know what is extreme, but I'm not sure where the answer is.
Extreme is
Far from normal.
yes. And this one, what is junior?
C.
Yes, younger. And what is organize?
Oh, nice. I think it's A.
Very good. It's arrange, plan, or set up. How about tour?
E.
Is
E.
yes, it's letter E. All right. So how about your IELTS exam? Is it hard? Like the questions
It's more harder.
harder.
Yes.
And what are the questions? Do you remember?
There's some topic about medicine. I only remember the medicine topic.
The what?
The medicine topic
Oh, the medicine topic. And
is the question is asked about the sentence that I'm read
okay, so
and about the writing.
writing. And which one is the hardest question? I mean, which part?
Yes, and it just can be read one time to
One
write.
time.
Just one time.
Oh, so someone is telling you a story.
It will be one video.
Oh, on video, and then
Then it's write on it. And we will start watching before it stop. Because we just hear one time.
oh, so you need to listen carefully so that you can answer the questions, right?
Right.
So that's the hardest part.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So now let's go back here. All right. So what is the main topic of the reading?
D.
Yes, the history of X game, and this one number two. Where did the first extreme games take place?
United States.
No, the United States is the latest country.
Mm, I
Oh
think
yes, yes, it's the United States. I'm sorry. Here. The first Extreme Games took place in Rhode Island, yes, in United States. Alright, and this one. Which group was probably the largest group watching the first X Games?
I think it's A.
Young man. Okay, let's check. It's
Is that's it. It's now between 12 and 30 years old.
yeah, so the answer is
Young man.
alright. Now this one. Which was held first? Which was held first?
The extreme game.
What?
Is D.
D. Letter D. Yes, alright, and this one. In which paragraph does the writer describe how the X game first became popular? In which paragraph does the writer describe how the X game first became popular? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Wait.
1, 2, 3, or 4?
Is 3.
It's
3.
C.
3.
3. This one.
Yes.
No.
I'm not sure about this.
It's B. It's paragraph number 2. Alright, now this one. Let's read these idioms. First, we have the word result in.
Result is house.
Say cause. Alright, can we say cause?
House. The heavy snow result in the school closing for the day. The bad usually results in health problem. Stir up excites. The speaker stirs up the emotion of the crowd. He is always trying to stir up trouble. The boys should buy him. Show promise. Seems like one will be good or successful in the future. Shakun has just started playing the piano, but she already showed promise. I didn't show any promise at soccer, so I gave it up.
Alright, so now let's move here. He blanks his skill at walking in his hands. He blank his skill at walking in his hands. It's
I'm not sure about let's see. I'm not sure.
he blank his skill at walking in his hand. When you are doing something in front of someone.
Demonstrate.
Yes, it's demonstrated. Say demonstrated.
Demonstrated.
Very good. Alice didn't want to come to the party, but I managed to blank her.
I managed to convince.
Yes, I managed to convince her. And this one. The reason Fiona is so good at sport is because her parents really blanked her when she was young.
Encourage.
Yes, it's letter D. And that's when I could never be blank. I don't like exercise.
I'm not sure.
I could never be blank. I don't like exercise.
I'm sure.
It's
I think it is B.
It's no. Oh yes,
Um,
it's an athlete. Very good. Yes. All right. So thank you for listening tonight, Ben, and our time is up. But I want to give you a homework. This one.
Okay.
Okay. I will send it to you so that you can answer this. Alright, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening, and bye. Have a good night. Bye. Bye. You can eat your dinner now. Bye.